Good morning, good morning. This is Miss JJ Diamond, Jacqueline Richardson, Jackie, Deja, whatever y'all call me. Today I want to talk about HIV. Yesterday I talked about suicide and bullying. And I told a story about my life, what happened with my husband, where he was out cheating with a female that had HIV. Now, I don't know if he was ever protecting himself or if she really had it because it was hearsay. However, I got tested for 15 years after being with that man and still get tested every year because of the scare. And I tell myself that it's best to know if you did contract this disease. And the reason being is because there's ways to control it, and they have different medications to control it. But I've been very blessed, guys. Every time I've taken a test, I've came back negative, and I am so thankful. When I found out my 10th year of being tested was the year that I conceived my baby Egypt, and I didn't want to have no more kids until I knew that I wasn't HIV positive, and I was just so thankful. But I really want to speak on this because these kids today, the kids, this is why this podcast was made. How do we save these children? And this is why I'm making this podcast. Because when I was young, me and my friends, we came together, and as we were seeing people getting sick from the disease and dying off, we came to a conclusion of, look, we want to live. So we have to do whatever it takes to protect ourselves. However, you can't always protect yourself because you always have people that's going to lie and cheat and do negative things, and it could bring it back home to you. So with that being said, you still got to protect you and love you and have self-worth. Okay, this is where loving you comes in at. Now, even though you're married or you're in a relationship, long-time relationship, you never know when a person is going to dip out on you and do the negative, and then you are subjected to their drama, because they were not loving themselves enough, for one, not to cheat, two, to not protect themselves, to bring home diseases to you. And this is why I want to talk to y'all about that, because this is how majority of the people contract this disease, by a partner going out cheating, not loving himself enough to go out and protect himself or herself, and then give this disease to everyone else, and then it's being passed along all over the place. So once again, I'm so glad that God is in my life, and always been in my life and covered me in the blood of Jesus, and that I didn't contract that. I still don't know if my ex-husband did contract it. However, I know that God had covered me, and I did not contract that disease, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed every day that I wake up, because I know I can live longer without someone giving me something that I didn't ask for. So, step one, guys, and this is for guys and girls, you have to use protection. These young kids is out here sleeping with everybody and anybody today. And this is not the time to be doing this. Okay, yeah, granted, they say do not bring the past up, leave the past where it is. Nope, we will not leave the past where it is, because a lot of people lost their lives to this disease. And we don't want to see these children follow that path. We want to try to get, have less people in these teenage generations that will contract this disease. So in order for us to do that, we have to talk about it. It has to be spoke about daily so they can see it on Facebook, on social media, Instagram, wherever. pamphlets, out at different organizations, and I do still see some pamphlets out at different organizations regarding HIV, but it's still not out there like it should be. This is a serious disease. Now, granted, they have came up with a way that it can be prevented with a new shot. However, a lot of people are really not paying attention to it because it's new, and we want to see what's the outcome going to be. Are people going to get sick because they're being vaccinated with this stuff? We just don't know yet. So, people are waiting before they go out and get these shots. However, you can still be cautious. That's where condoms coming at people, staying with one partner. And I say it again, sometimes that one partner may not be faithful. So you have to protect yourself. Go to the doctors daily. I know y'all see me post every year when I go get my mammogram, when I go get my yearly GYN exam, and get tested for everything. I know y'all see me post that, and I post that to get people to go to the doctor, to motivate them. It's not that I'm telling my business. I have to motivate people and make people remember that this is what we need to do, because life is so stressful today. I was born in 1970. I became an adult in 1988. Life has tripled stress within that time because times has changed. However, plus I got older, had more kids and all that other stuff, and working and just doing all kind of things. So life, gets more stressful as you get older. However, we tend to forget about going to the doctor. And this is something that we can't forget, so that's another thing, help people remember. When was your last checkup? Did you go to the doctor? When they start feeling ill, remind them. Maybe you need to go to the doctor. If you don't have no insurance, people, and you work, even if you work on the side, let me tell you something. The government is getting so good with things today. If you're a stripper, you can still file taxes and get health insurance. Okay. And they are actually working on even the prostitutes being able to file taxes and get health insurance. Okay. So with that being said, there's no excuse for you guys not to go to the hospital and get once a year checkup. So you can be on it, knowing what's going on with you and your body. Even the people in jail get a checkup when they walk through the door. So it's no reason why the people that's criminals can get, can take care of themselves, but the people on the street can't. They can. It's out here. So, a lot of the states don't recognize people getting Medicaid if they don't have children. And that's understandable. You know what I mean? However, there's ways for us to get healthcare insurance, and Obama put that in place for us, and we're so thankful for that. So if you don't have healthcare, look into the Obama plan. They have I've looked into it myself because I didn't have any health insurance at one time, so I had to look into it, and I looked into it, and it's not really all that expensive, especially for a single person. Now, for a person with children, yeah, of course you're going to pay, but for a single person, health insurance is really not that expensive, especially if you're making decent money, doing whatever you do, wherever you work, get it. Get those once a year checkups, I met someone recently, and they was telling me that they didn't have health care. And the first thing I did was threw the Obamacare at them, because these are the type of people that need Obamacare. And this is why he put it in place. So utilize it, people. Please utilize it. If you have a job and you can pay a couple of dollars a week to benefit your health. This is not for anybody else. It's you, your self-worth, your self-love, to benefit you, to go get your different checkups that you may need. And not only with HIV, mammograms are very important, especially when cancer runs in your family. If cancer runs in your family, I don't care if you're in your 20s, you should be getting a mammogram. They say, after 30, after 40, whatever, I don't know what it is. I've been getting a mammogram so long and I can't even remember what the age is. But cancer runs in my family. So every year I go out there and I go and get my mammogram done. I'm getting ready to come up on the colon one now because I'm about to turn 50 and I'm scared to death. I really don't want to do it. But, excuse me, I have no other choice because I love me. And I want to make sure I live a long life, so that's why I go get these checkups, and they go, oh, Jackie, why are you telling your business on the Facebook? I'm not telling my business, I'm motivating your ass. Excuse me, y'all. I curse every now and again. I do apologize. But, yeah, trying to motivate them to go to the doctor is very important. Even with your children, you must go to the doctor and get a physical and get tested for different things. Because if you don't and prolong it and don't take care of yourself, it can end in death. So something so small can turn into something so big because you didn't want to go to the doctor. So yes, please people, and this goes out, and I say it again, those that's out there that's listening, want to put this on their website, want to use this as an informational tool, I don't have a problem with you downloading this podcast. Just make sure that these people are getting the right information so they will protect themselves when it comes to these diseases, okay? And let them, tell them, make sure that you tell them that you can not only contract the disease from being, as they say, gay or whatever the case may be. I know more gay people that protect themselves better than straight people. Okay, so I just want to throw that out there because they've lost people or seen people or were afraid because of what they know about this disease. So if they can do it, y'all can do it as well. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to the straight people right now. If the gay community can protect themselves from contracting this disease, y'all can do it as well. Okay, so with that being said, please get tested. Okay, get tested, know your status. Okay, every time I go to the doctor, I ask them, "Hey, you HIV?" And she's like, "Well, yeah, wait, you ain't had that. That's okay. Just I have a partner. Until I stop having that partner, I mean, this is just me, y'all. Y'all know this is just me. My opinion. I'm gonna continue to get tested. Now, I've been with my significant other for over 15 years. It don't matter. I'ma still get tested. Because you never know when a person want to go astray. And if they decide they're going to go astray. So, I go get tested for my self-worth, for my self-love. Even though it still comes back negative. But every year, you just never know when a person might want to get crazy and dip out on you and do something they ain't supposed to do, And he could have. But he just protected himself. You know what I mean? So I'm thankful for that, So he has enough self-love for himself and for me as well. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm thankful for that. Even if he has stepped out. I don't know. I can't say that, But I know that I'm going to protect me. And y'all should protect you. Stop having so many partners, young boys. I know y'all young guys, y'all run around, y'all see these cute little girls with these big booties and their hair look cute and, their bodies is nice and tight and slim and trim and all that stuff. And y'all, ooh, I gotta have that. And I understand. I know what you're going through. Y'all young and, you see these different little girls and you say, well, I need that one and that one and that one. And then you might even get that one, that one, and that one. But protect yourself. Okay, I just seen 2 days ago, I think it was, on Facebook where they came out with some new condoms that will let you know if a person have an STD, because I guess the test was on the condoms, I guess. I don't know what they did. But, yeah, check into those. See if they work. You know what I mean? It's not going to kill you to see if it works. You know what I mean? And it's going to protect you regardless, you know. Yeah, granted, we know that sex is not all that comfortable with excuse me, latex in between. But until you get to know the person and they know that their status is clean, it is what it is. You know what I mean? We don't even need to go there if you don't want it, if you don't want to use protection. I mean, that's just what it is. And if a person, I'm going to tell you, you know, I've broken up with my significant other and, you know, started talking to other fellas, and I'll tell them, I said, well, when the last time you've been tested? And they may say, oh, this such and such and such. But I know they've dealt with girls in between. Well, you going to get tested again? And when they tell me no, I tell them, okay, well, I ain't messing with you. I'm just not the girl for you. And sometimes that's just what you got to do. You got to let a dude know or a female know that you're serious about this. My health means a lot to me, you know. I love a person more for thinking about my health well-being than a person that's selfish to their well-being, okay? I met this old man the other day. I went to an office and I was about to lick a envelope. And he said, hey, hold on, stop that. What you doing? You don't know where that envelope been? And I forgot, you know what I'm saying? We ain't supposed to lick the envelopes no more, you know, because of the fact of the DNA. Not only the DNA for me, what's on that envelope. You know, people's been touching that envelope. And I forgot. I mean, I truly forgot. So much is going on in my head. You know, I got these grandbabies and my daughter and in school. And I'm just doing so much right now. So I truly forgot. And he started, hey. And I was like, okay. I had to, you know, give him all the praise in the world. And the reason being is because he thought about my health before I even thought about my health. You know what I mean? And see, those are the type of people that you want to be around. People that's going to think about your health. You know, and if you can't accept somebody thinking about your health, regardless of you thinking that you're stupid, they're treating you stupid or whatever the case may be, something is mentally wrong with you. You know what I mean? People tell me all day long different things about my health, and I may already know it, but I intake it again because I might forget. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, you know, especially people that have full-time lives. And when I say full-time lives, meaning people that's always going, running, you know. And you say to yourself, you know, oh, I know this stuff, but you forget. We're human beings, you know. And this is why we share the facts of we're going to the doctor, we're getting tested for this, because people forget. Even when I go to the market, I may see somebody with bread or toilet tissue, and I'll be like, thank you, you just helped me out because I forgot I needed toilet tissue. And I'll run back and get toilet tissue, and they'll laugh at me, you know. And I'll be like, no, I'm serious, thank you, because I almost got home, we ain't gonna have no toilet tissue. And you had some in your cart, I need that. So I gotta go back and get me some toilet tissue. This is what the world has came to, people. So we tend to forget the things that we should and shouldn't do, you know. So it's our responsibility to help one another, you know what I mean, and remind them of what we should be doing, you know. Even if you're a kid or you could be 80, it doesn't matter. If you're supposed to do something that you haven't done and I'm around you, I'm going to remind you. And that's just what it is. You know what I mean? So with that being said, you know, going back to being tested, make sure you go get tested. A lot of people do not know their status, you know, and it's sad. You know, I got a girlfriend, God bless her. She don't play about that thing either. She said, I ain't got no insurance, but I'm going to the emergency room because I need to know. You know, I'm just going to have to eat this bill. And I understand because she loves herself. and I can respect that because I love myself. So I understand, when a person tell me that they got to do something that's out of whack because of their situation, but they love themselves enough to do it. Self-love means a lot, people. You got to love you before anyone. And I had to learn that, God had to teach me that, about 8 years ago, I think it was. I was out helping people, and it was 105 degrees. I got dehydrated. I wasn't eating. I just ate some fruit, and quite as kept, I had money to eat, but I actually forgot to eat because I was so caught up in what I was doing, and you get caught up, and you lose your appetite, and you on a mission, you know what I mean? And sometimes it be like that. You be on a mission, like I'm on this mission and I got to get this done. And then you forget, and the next thing you know, you get ready to go on another mission. But you ain't eating in the last mission. Your body can't take all that abuse. Well, you know what? With all that me being out in the 105 degree weather and me not eating, landed me to the floor. Okay? And I will never lie to y'all. I fell out. Okay? My body couldn't take it no more. And I learned from that experience because when I woke up, all I could think about was my kids. What would have my kids done if something had happened to me? And we were the only three together. So that taught me to take care of me first. And I was actually too trying to save money because at the time we had lost our home. So I was trying to save money and I was like, I don't want to spend no money on no food because I'm good. I ain't that hungry. I'll eat a little something here, a little something there. And I was always working out and trying to lose weight. So I really was like, I ain't worried about it. But your body needs nutrition. Your body needs nutrition. So you have to eat. Nobody's saying come 300 pounds eating a whole bunch of fried chicken every day. You know what I'm saying? But your body must have nutrition and it has to have the right nutrition. Okay? If it's not balanced, you're going to still hit the floor. Okay? So with that being said, you got to make sure that your daily intake with food, we'll talk about that on another podcast, but your daily intake with food must balance out your daily activity. Because if you're not eating that much and you're running around, you're burning off everything you have, and then next thing you know, you're going to hit the floor. So, I've learned from that mistake. And I will never do it again. Be out dehydrated, no food in my body. I'm nice, slim, and trim, cute. They ain't worried about no food, you know what I mean? And hit the flow. No, never again. So I always make sure I eat daily. And, I have a stomach problem, so I should have been eating anyway. But, I got so caught up and wrapped up in my business, I wasn't paying attention. So this is why we remind people about certain things, because we know that people get caught up in their daily living and they may forget. This is why we do this. No, granted, people don't want to tell the world their business. But when you work for God and you care about people, this is what we do. If we want you to live. Okay, now we can pass a couple of posts or not say anything and let y'all die. But we are trying to help y'all live. So people, please pay attention. Pay attention. Get tested. Okay? When you meet somebody new, you don't know their lifestyle. You don't know what they've been through before you met them. They could have been into a whole slew of stuff. But you just don't know. Because you weren't there. So with that being said, don't feel funny asking them if they've been tested for whatever. Okay? And then make them prove it. There's nothing wrong with proving stuff today. If you ain't got nothing to hide, you can prove it. And if you love me or like me enough, you're going to prove it. So, with that being said, without a problem, because you have self-worth as well. So, it's not a problem asking a person to prove that they've been down to the doctor's office. It could just be hepatitis. Okay? And I'm just keeping it real with y'all. It could just be hepatitis. And you want to know. Have them get tested. Because a lot of these baby boomers, the ones that was born before us, they contracted their hepatitis. So, with that being said, you meet a baby boomer and you want to take this baby boomer, don't feel, funny about asking them if they have hepatitis or can they get tested before you decide to deal with them. It's your life that you're bringing into theirs and y'all trying to make it one. You can't make it one on lies because some of these lies will take you out of here. And that's not a choice. You know what I mean? We have choices in life and we can prevent that by putting it on the table in the beginning. So, people, once again, get tested. HIV or STDs, cancer, hepatitis C. Most of the people has a contract to hepatitis B because they've been the country has been on it with that, and we're thankful. But when it comes to these other diseases, people get tested. Know your status. Know what's going on. They also have a cancer test that they can see if you have the cancer antibodies. If you don't know, like if none of your family members has died from cancer or maybe one and you don't know if it's in you or not, they even have that test where you can get tested. And I know people that do the testing. Most insurance covers it. Excuse me. Medicaid, Medicare in some states. So if you want to know if you have those cancers, antibodies, you can give me shoot me an email, and I can connect you with people that do that. My email is D as in dog, E as in eat, J as in Jack, A as in apple, H as in hat. That's Deja0717@ymail.com. You shoot me an email. If I haven't received the email, feel free to call me at 443-805-9841. But yes, we need to have more self-love, people, and motivate other people to have self-love and to take care of themselves. Well, I'm going to end this podcast right now. I just wanted to get that out there. One, because I've had a lot of friends in the past in Buffalo, New York, that passed away from HIV. Excuse me, this morning my allergies are bad. And I haven't taken my allergy pill yet. I make that mistake every day. You know why? Because I forgot. But anyway, a lot of my friends from Buffalo, New York, and some in New York City as well, has died from HIV, female and male. And it really hits home when it's your friends and people that you know and walked around with every day, or spoke to every day, so I take it serious, people. I take it real serious, and y'all should too, because it's real, A lot of the kids may have not known anybody that had HIV because it was in the last generation where all the people was dying. Well, within the last 2 generations, it really happened for me where most of them passed away 2 generations ago, which was like 20 years ago. However, there's some that passed away like 10 years ago. So with that being said, it hits home for me seriously. So with that being said, I want y'all to know about it and get tested. Take it serious. This is your life. People are still contracting that disease every day. I see this video on the Facebook it's on the YouTube where the girl was on the YouTube talking about, so-and-so gave me HIV and I'm giving it to everybody else because of what he did to me. But hold on. That's not fair. Why? Because you angry because you wasn't protecting yourself. Now you out here giving it to everybody else. That's not fair. So we got to look out for people like her. There was a guy about 20 years ago up in Jamestown, had HIV. And he was doing the same thing, running from city to city, state to state, up in the New York area, Syracuse, Jamestown, Rochester. He was running all through there, trying to give people HIV because he contracted it. That's not fair because you didn't protect yourself. It's just not fair. You know, so now we're serious on this with y'all protecting yourselves, you know, because it's real. These people are out here. It's not just a video or some video content that they're making. It's real. These people don't care. And they will lay down with you and don't even tell you. So protect yourself. This is Miss JJ, Jacqueline Richardson, Miss JJ Diamond. Oh, Jackie, Deja. Look, I got so many names, I can't even remember them. Everybody call me something different everywhere I go. But that's me. Y'all make sure y'all check out my website. It's www.msjjdiamond.com. Check out all my music on there. Y'all check out my Shop Vita Designs. And I'll be talking with y'all maybe tomorrow. They'll let me know what I need to speak about. If I've experienced it, y'all know I'm going to speak on it. If I haven't experienced it, I can't speak on it. And I made that notation on Facebook yesterday because, you know, people be wanting me to talk about like jail and drugs. I can't talk about those things because I've never did time. I can only tell you about what my people, my family, or friends have been through. But I can't tell you by experience. The things that I talk to y'all about is by experience, what I've been through or what I almost been through. So I can't, I just can't do it, you know, because I don't know nothing about it. Now, I've been looking for people that has been on drugs. And I've been asking around, you know, like somebody, hey, you know, if you've been on drugs before and you're clean now and you want to talk to people about that experience, hey, feel free and come on my podcast and talk and let people know what they could miss in their life. You know, because some things we be wanting to miss it, but we don't have the enough information to know why we should miss it in our lives. So I've been looking for people actually for the last 3 years. I've been looking for somebody, but I'm not around people that's been on hard drugs. So I really don't know too many people of that nature. You know, I do know some people, but they're not around me. You know, most of them are in New York or maybe even in Maryland. Here, I don't have too many friends, and the ones that I do have, they do not use drugs. So hard drugs. I'm not going to say they don't use drugs. They don't use hard drugs, okay? The cocaine, dope, stuff like that. Percocets and what's the other things? I don't even know the names of these damn pills. But you know, the kids, they say it on radios and stuff, so that's how I keep up with some of the stuff. But from my knowledge, the people around me are really not into that stuff. So with that being said, I really can't say, hey, you know, you just got on drugs. Can you help me out and make a podcast and remind the kids why they should miss that part of that part in their lives, you know? But yeah, anything that I've been through, and I've been through a hell of a lot. Y'all know it. Y'all read the book, Want to Survive and Thrive, with my brother being raped, molesting me, being in the system, foster care. I just did the thing about suicide. Yeah. There's the things that I have been through, but that's just not one of them, people. So I just can't touch base on that. You know, I can tell y'all from the outside looking in, you know, but it's always going to be biased because I never really been through it. So I don't want to touch base on stuff that I really don't know everything about, you know. I do know some things about the jail because my ex-husband, we're divorced now, was in jail for 3 years, and I did have to visit and, stuff like that. So I could talk about that side of it, but I can't talk about actually being in jail. I think I might have got arrested twice in my life, and it was a bunch of bull crap, and it didn't even stand in court. If you got dark skin, you're going to get arrested sometime. That's just what it is here in America. It's sad, but that's just what it is. So, yeah, I really don't have no record, to say I've been in jail for a year, 2, 3, and I can speak on that. So I can't really speak on that, y'all. But I do appreciate y'all paying attention and trying to put it out there. And if y'all have any other things that I might have been through, I don't know, just bring up the subject. And if I've been through it, I'll speak on it. I'm not ashamed to talk about my life. That's why I write books. My life is in books. Because if I was ashamed, I wouldn't write books. I wouldn't write music. Because in most of the majority of the music, if I'm not rewriting somebody else's song, my songs are all my life. So, that's just what it is. It's a couple of songs I might have rewritten to fit my life. But for the most part, for the 80 songs that I do have written, I wrote them, so, and it's my life, so I can't really talk about things that's not my life, so that's just where I'm going with that, y'all. But I do definitely have to get my allergy pill. I have to remember every day to take this allergy pill. I just hate pills, They finally got me on Zyrtec. They had me on Loratadine. And that Loratadine had my heart fluttering every day, and it was crazy. I couldn't deal with it. I couldn't see. I would have haze over my eyes. It was just too much going on with that Loratadine. And I forgot all about the Zyrtec, because I've been taking Zyrtec since I was a kid. Well, not a kid, but like in my 20s. One of my friends up in Buffalo, a doctor, he introduced me to Zyrtec, and I was thankful for that, because he snapped me back real fast, because allergies is all the respiratory area, and when you start feeling bad, you can't breathe, it can turn into pneumonia if it's not treated. So, I try to take precaution with my allergies, but I forget. I get up in the morning and I forget to take my pills, and I get a stuffy nose. Y'all might see me sometime in the videos going like this. That's because the snots is about to come out my nose, and I hate to talk nasty to y'all, but I just want y'all to understand. Sometimes the snot will come out my nose, and I'm about to make a video, and I'm like, oh, why? And especially when it's live, I can't stop it and say, no, let's do it again and blow my nose, or let me get this stuff out my nose. Take 2, because live, when you're on live, that's what it is, So y'all may see me rub my nose, try to get it out, but y'all can hear me getting stuffed up now, and that's because I haven't taken my allergy pills to get myself straight for the day. So I'm going to go and do that, and thank y'all for listening. I think I said it before. This is Miss JJ, Jacqueline Richardson, Jackie, Deja, whatever y'all call me. Love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.